Hey guys, Sean Dubs here. So in this video, I want to talk about what I think is the greatest thing that Halo Infinite's multiplayer has achieved thus far. I feel like the honeymoon effect around Halo Infinite's multiplayer is going to start wearing off like it does with any game. And so Halo fans are going to do what Halo fans have been doing since Halo 2. Every time we get a new Halo game, we all critique it like crazy. I mean, it's just a tradition, okay? And so I want to state this thing. Honestly, it's the most important thing Halo Infinite's multiplayer could have done. It's a great thing. I want to state it so, when we get into like the feedback and criticism portion of being a Halo fan, I just want people to remember this, that things are good. I also think this is a great opportunity for me to talk about something a little unique when it comes to this. You guys know, like, especially if you've seen my other content, I do like to make what I would like to think is very analytical videos, logic-based videos, right? And I think this is a scenario in which, like, looking at something very logically and analytical, it just, like, totally breaks down, okay? So let's just get right to it. I didn't want to say let's jump into it because I feel like that's cringe. Every YouTuber says that, but I can see why they say that. It just works. So, all right, guys, let's just jump right into it. So, what is the greatest thing, in my opinion at least, that Halo Infinite's multiplayer has achieved thus far? The too long didn't read is essentially that it has made people feel good about Halo. It feels like Halo is back. And honestly, when it comes to, products such as video games, if you can make somebody feel good with your product, that is the toughest thing to do, and it's the most valuable thing that you can do. Again, even though this game needs a lot of work, obviously, people feel really good about it, and they feel good about the future. People are loving the core gameplay, right? And the whole reason I think people are getting so worked up about, the cosmetics and the progression and everything is because people feel good about the game and they want to see it get better. You really can just not undersell the value of making people feel good about something. There is always some kind of just like basically magic when it comes to it. Like, you could look at Halo Infinite's multiplayer right now, like, let's say you try to look at it analytically and logically. You'd be like, okay, well, the progression is not good. Oh, this is not good. There's no infection. There's no this. There's no that. And so, on paper, nobody should like this game, right? But it's the opposite. People really like the game. They just want to see the progression fix and the cosmetics and all that. Like, I could sit here and try to analyze all day and try to figure out why people feel so good about Halo Infinite's multiplayer. Like, you could make an entire list. You could say, oh, we haven't had a game in 6 years. You could say that the graphics look good, the audio looks good, this and that. Oh, it's, it's a 20-year-old franchise. Oh, it's a 20-year franchise, so people are being nostalgic, right? You could say that people are comparing it to other new releases on the market, right? Like Call of Duty Vanguard and Battlefield 2042, each of which has not been received very well, especially Battlefield 2042. But that's the thing, like, think about it. You make this whole list of reasons that people feel good about Halo Infinite's multiplayer right now, and you could try to, like, assign a percentage to each one. The fact is that it's just so many factors that come together that it's practically magic. And that's what I'm saying, is it's not really replicable, okay? You can't just, like, engineer this. It just happened. It just so happens that 343 managed to put together a multiplayer for Halo Infinite that just makes people feel good about it. Like, they like it a lot, all right? And that's the greatest achievement so far. People, their first experience with Halo Infinite's multiplayer is a good experience. They feel good about it. Really, the only complaint about it in general is just, we want more to grind for. We want a more fun grind, okay? People just want more. And this is so important, in my opinion, it's the greatest achievement for the multiplayer, because if you can, like I said in the start, if you can make people feel good about a product, that is incredibly valuable. Why? Because if people feel good about it, they're going to be willing to come back when things are fixed. They're going to be willing to give the game the benefit of the doubt and play it a little longer, okay? That is so important. If it happened that when people played Halo Infinite's multiplayer, they didn't feel good about it, then they would never return, okay? And people wouldn't be trying to see the progression system fixed or anything like that. This is why you're seeing everywhere. People are like, Halo is back, Halo is back. Why? Because they're seeing all their friends and they're seeing people on social media everywhere, YouTube, saying that they like the game because it makes them feel good. okay? And that's the greatest achievement you could possibly have. I mean, think about it. I'm gonna be honest, you could make the case that Halo Infinite's, the multiplayer, the progression system in the Battle Pass, it is among one of the worst I've ever seen, all right? I'm just gonna say it, okay? But that's the power of making people feel good about something. The fact that the core gameplay, the core multiplayer experience makes people feel good enough, and it's good enough that they can actually overlook the fact that the progression system is like, you know, one of the worst you've seen. So really, in conclusion, that's what I think Halo Infinite's greatest achievement is, right? I feel like I'm repeating myself at this point. It just makes people feel good, okay? And that makes it feel like Halo is back. And that's why I think, you know, as the honeymoon effect wears off, like it does with any game, and the criticism starts flowing, you know, just don't forget that that good feeling that people have, they're going to be willing to come back for that and give the game the benefit of the doubt. And then after 343 improves it and here's our feedback, we know they're going to hear it. They already are. They're going to improve the game. People who might be leaving will come back, okay? And people are also going to be more willing to stay because they feel good about it. So I just think it's awesome. And, you know, the last thing I'll say is, like, just look at past Halo games, okay? Like, Halo 4 was... the multiplayer dropped off like a rock. Like a rock, bro. The population dipped significantly just a week after launch, okay? So it's not unprecedented for a Halo launch to have multiplayer that people just don't like. You know, that could have happened. So I think we should be very happy that somehow, like I've been kind of saying throughout this whole video, 343 pulled off the magic of making people feel good about the multiplayer, you know? And so I think we should be grateful as Halo fans for that. But we definitely have some work to do. There's definitely more feedback to give. Definitely subscribe if you haven't, if you've watched this far. There's more videos coming. I gotta tell you, I got a lot of feedback to give. Guys, keep the feedback coming in the comments. They definitely read this stuff, okay? Thanks so much to all of you who leave comments and, you know, you like the videos and you subscribe and everything. It really does, like, make a difference. Like, the videos have been doing pretty good in terms of views, and so that means they're definitely going to check them out, okay? So keep sharing the videos around. Keep sharing your feedback on here. There's a non-zero chance that someone over there at 343 is going to read it and it could be implemented, okay? Every voice matters. One voice on their own doesn't, but when we combine together into one thing, it helps a lot. All right. Hey, thanks so much, guys. That's all I got for now, so I'll talk to you all later. Peace.
Getting close to me.
Prepare for return trip. There are eyes on you, Spartan. They know where you are. You are exposed, Spartan. Please beware of approaching enemies. They know where you are.
Flag capture.
Overshield inbound. Overshield available. Enemy flags in Allied hands.
Enemy shields down.
Enemy flag returned. Targets are
Our
over there.
forces have seized the enemy flag. Power weapons incoming.
Flag capture. Victory.